Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the RGM Experience podcast with me, Carl Maloney. How are you doing? You all right? We've been away for a while and we're back with a bang. We're back with Andrew Cushin for his fourth time on the podcast, mate. You're the only person
How,
that's on four times, mate. We say this every time you're on now.
I know it's getting a little bit of
Yeah,
it's
it's
getting a
getting.
bit of a cliche now, isn't it?
I'm a
It's
nuisance
getting a
now.
bit
Aren't I?
predictable.
Now you're a big deal. I'm a nuisance
Yeah,
now.
yeah. No, I don't say big deal. It's getting a little bit predictable, isn't it?
Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, Andrew, thanks for joining us. And you're on tour in America, in Canada now, I believe. Is Vancouver, Canada?
Yeah, we're in Vancouver. We got a show tonight. It's been amazing, man. It's hard to believe that there's only 5 shows left. It's really flew. It's been a special time for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, last time we had a chat, you were just about to go to America on to support Louis. That was the last time we had a chat, and that just from following it on the socials, that just looked like an amazing journey for you. Just to get your name out of the UK and get Andrew Cushin into America. So I
Well,
presume,
it was a special experience being able to go on that tour. And if it wasn't for that tour, I wouldn't be out here now. So I'm still incredibly grateful for that opportunity to come over in the first place. But it's mad. It's like we were working out because I came when we done the Louis tour. It was me and Rich, my keyboard player, and we're hitting some of the places that we've done on that tour as well. And it's like we were only there 8 months ago. It's pretty surreal, you know. It's
it
good though.
it just seems like everything's just. What's it like to be Andrew Cushin at the minute? Just having all these things going on. It must be nice, mate. You must be enjoying it.
There's a lot of hangovers, mate. There's a
Oh,
lot of
but
hangovers.
fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of hangovers. There's a lot of
Yeah.
wine club going on.
Oh,
Other
right.
than that, it's pretty cool though. And I'm running out of sunglasses as well.
Okay.
So it's not a perfect time to be me at the minute. I could do with some more sunglasses.
Okay. Fair enough. Why? What do you what keeps happening to your sunglasses?
I just lose them. Just leave them around. I lose
Yeah.
everything around. It's ridiculous, man. And like the boys have stopped worrying now whenever I say I've lost something because I do find it in 30 seconds. I
Yeah.
did lose me gym pass. I
Yeah.
lost my gym pass, which I needed to get a shower on this tour. I left that in a service station or something. Last time I was here, I lost my passport. I've just got to stop losing things.
Right.
I lose everything.
Okay.
Everything I own, I lose at some point.
Well, that's all right. And you've obviously had your debut album as well. That's come out in the meantime as well. So I can't see anybody hitting it as hard as what you are, mate. Do you need to lie down? Are you still all right with it all?
Nah, mate.
Mate,
Mate,
I'm only thinking of you, mate. I'm just checking you all right.
no, no, mate. I love it, man. I'm loving it. Like this is it's everything I wanted to do for the last few years. Do you know what I mean? So now that I've got the opportunity to gig, I'm certainly not going to sit down and go to bed at 9 o'clock. I want to just keep
Yeah.
on working, keep on grafting, and you mentioned the album and stuff coming out, but like the second album's written, and I'm halfway through writing the third
Yeah.
album. I just want to keep on working. I just want to see how big I can take this.
Yeah. How do you look back on releasing your first album? How does it feel to you to look back on that experience now?
Um, I don't know. I don't because it only took about 2 weeks, I think, to record that first album. It was all done pretty quickly, and it's like it was a great experience. I went to Rockfield, and
Mm.
we've got some great memories tied in with doing the album. And there was like loads of honest points, and there was a lot of laughs. And Dave Ehringer's an absolute gent. I absolutely love that bloke. So it was great. Like I don't really know the path to go to record a second album because it was all brand new the last time. I think I've learned a lot in like the marketing side and stuff of it, and the installs and really, really pushing pre-sales and saves of the album and stuff. So I know a little bit more about that now. But the recording kind of flew over with that first record. It really did.
Yeah. So how do you how did it did you get what you wanted from it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think I said everything that I needed to say, everything that I was feeling. Like songs like 4.5%
Yeah.
and just like you want me to, and probably I want you to be there. They're all pretty poignant subject matters, aren't they? And it
Yeah.
was all something that I wasn't just singing about it because it was trendy or anything. It was like it was all stuff that I'd been through. So I had to say that. In the way that we'd done it in the record I think we'd done it in the perfect way. I think we showcased the art of it and still the vulnerability side of my singing and lyric as well. So
Yeah.
I think we've done it justice. What do you think?
Yeah. No, well, I bought the vinyl, mate, and I
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, don't mess about.
Good lad.
Got to
Good lad.
support the boys, aren't you? Well,
You got to support them.
when you finished the Louis tour, right at the end, you had your first headline gig in New York. I was arriving early in New York early that day, and I was gonna come to the gig, but I got to New York and had 2 hours in bloody customs, and then got to the
Yeah.
hotel and realized I didn't have a room. So sorry, mate, I couldn't quite catch that one, but I'm going to try and get another one sometime over there.
Yeah, I'm just hearing excuses if I'm being honest, mate. If you couldn't be asked to come, just say it. Do you know what I
It
mean?
really
There's
wasn't.
no
It
there's no
really
there's no
wasn't.
there's no
I'm,
point hiding behind lack of hotel rooms.
I'm really still gutted about it, to be honest with you, and just having customs and getting into America. Um,
Mate, do you know what? It was an amazing gig that first one because it
yeah,
was like it was off the back of all them shows and that we were expecting nobody to turn up and I think we got
yeah.
about 140 people in that room
Oh,
that
no.
night
Yeah,
and it was only me acoustic and Rich was on the keys and it was just the two and it was beautiful. It was a perfect way to end that tour.
yeah.
It really was like for me personally. And then of course we went back on this tour and played the venue and I think virtually sold it out. It was packed this time, so it was great. It shows a little bit of progression and all that kind of stuff, which is good, I suppose.
No, one thing I'm always interested in is the mechanics of how these things are like planned. So your headline tour in America, a massive achievement. I know you're about three-quarters of the way through it now, are you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we are now. Yeah, we've got five shows left across 6 days. So
Yeah. How did
yeah,
you first, when did you first get an inkling that it's going to be possible to do that? Did you start to get information through the Louis tour and thinking, now then, Lee, get me this US tour booked?
well, it was always a dream. Like, mate, I'm only 24. Every morning I'm waking up and pinching
Yeah.
myself. I'm in a new place in North America. It's amazing, man. And like, I'll take the lack of sunglasses for the amount of times I'm pinching
Yeah.
myself. So it's all brilliant. But when it came about, I don't think anybody thought it was going to materialize until I was actually on the plane flying over. Do you know what I mean? There was always that little
Yeah.
bit of, especially for me, and it was always, no, something's going to go. This isn't real. This, do you know what I mean? Something's going to go wrong somewhere along the line, and it just didn't. Lee played an absolute blinder.
Yeah.
Um, the agent booked the right venues. The support acts have been brilliant. Um, the crew that we've built around this tour as well. Like we're all been on the road for nearly 4 weeks and we haven't argued once, man. It's like everybody's just got on so well. I think we've really hit the sweet spot. I think with the band and crew this time, everyone's just having a great time. But we really don't want it to end. No, we really
Well,
don't. Like, I
well, we'll
think I can
double
speak
check
for
with a
everyone
couple of
when I
the
say
other
no one
band.
wants to go home.
We'll double check with you a couple of the band members just to see if that's 100% right in a bit, if that's all right.
I wouldn't. No, don't ask the other band members because they might say other things about me. Do you know what I mean?
What
I'm
that
sure I've
means,
been getting on someone's nerves.
get to know the real Cushin.
Getting all the real cushion that I'm telling you that filming that in a few years.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, if anybody doesn't know, Lee is your manager. We've had him on the podcast before. Lovely guy. Got on really well with him. He absolutely adores working with you and being part of the team. And he did mention to me before booking this interview with you that you got a grant from the BPI that's really supported you overseas.
Yeah.
Also, and I wanted to give a shout out for that and just
Oh mate,
talk us through what that is, just so we can celebrate it.
it was a grant to showcase British music across the water. I think is the best way to put it. And without their help, we would have yeah we would have struggled to pay for everything that we have. Do you know what I mean? This tour's obviously it's not cheap to come to North America, and those guys really did help us out for sure. So yeah, incredibly grateful to them for allowing us to get over here.
What difference has it made, like physically, for you? Has it just allowed you to bring a bigger team over and make it easy for you to,
Mate, you know what? That grant was probably the difference between me doing it acoustic and me being able to bring a band over. I
Ah,
was able to
nice.
bring over people who I want to work with, and
Yeah.
um, and yeah, that team that I mentioned before that we really hit the sweet spot with. I think if it wasn't for that grant, we probably would have struggled to bring everybody that we have over just for the sort of financial side of it.
Yeah. Well, show us around the bus then. Let's have a look.
Show you around the bus. Yeah, we'll go.
Let's
Right.
have a look at
So
the bus.
you've all been asked to go on now, by the
Let's have
way.
a look around.
So this is
Oh, sound's
who
gone, mate.
drives the bus.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
The
right.
sound's gone. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
it's back, mate. Here we go. Who's this?
It is back. That's Mark who's driving. That's Rich. And then this one here is Ben. who
Right.
spent the first few nights of the tour.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic mix, put it that way.
Okay.
Ben built a camera on this, built his own camera.
Nice.
He's taken a photo of every single train that's ever existed, and he's also got the shoe boxes for the bus. So
Oh,
there
nice.
you go, there you go,
Well, uh,
rock and roll.
pick one of the band then, and let's just have a little quick word with him, Andrew, and find out about the real Cushion.
Okay,
Let's do it. Go on.
there we go. Oh well, then Rich, come jump in. Now I have to disconnect these headphones for a second. Rich, you're required. Come on, come and sit down here.
Here we go.
There you go.
Here
I
we
think
go.
I've lost the audio now. Screw have I got you?
I can hear you fine, mate. It's perfect.
So this is Rich.
Hello, hey, mate. Rich. So, Rich, I do. So, were you on keys for the doing the Louis tour then as well with?
Yeah, Louis tour as well. Keys driving around.
Right. So what's he like then? Talk us through, Andrew. What's he like now? He's doing an headline tour in America. What's he really like?
I'm pretty cool on it.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I don't want to blow smoke out too much, but everything that I've done with Andrew for the last 4 years, whenever there's been something new, like a new challenge, something that's grown a little bit, he's always risen to it. And when we came last year, that was always a big question. How's he going to react to a different crowd, to a crowd from another country and everything like that, and a much bigger crowd? And he just stepped up to that. And then again on this tour, doing it full band headline tour, he's just stepped up to that as well. But
that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. That's nice. See, I'll pay him later for that.
Well done.
I'll pay him later.
Well done, mate. Well done.
I wouldn't ask anyone else what I'm like because they'll give you a different. Yeah, because they'll be honest.
So, what surprised you about this headline tour then? So, looking back over the dates, you've covered pretty much most of America from looking at your tour dates and that kind of stuff. What's been the biggest surprise to you, just looking back and being part of this tour that you're on now?
It's been the biggest surprise. I don't really know, man. I found this tour so easy. Like, not in terms of the performance or anything. Every night I'm giving it 110% on stage and all that. But I've just found it easy with the audiences are amazing people. Like, I've loved going out before and after a show and meeting them and sitting down with an acoustic guitar after the odd gig and singing for them. I've loved all that. The crew that we've got is just, it's a beautiful crew, man. And like, I've found this tour really, really easy. Sometimes it's tough being away from home. This is a 4.5 weeks sort of thing. So. And that's off the back of, I was with Star Sailor before I went. And then before that, we had a week and then we were on another tour. So that, I've been on the road for quite a while now. And you can't sometimes find it difficult to be away from home, but because it's, because we've built this beautiful crew and we're playing to amazing audiences, I've found it really, really easy to tour, man. I've found it really, really easy. And like, it just, every tour that we've been going on has been getting better and better. But this is really set in stone that, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, man. I don't ever want to stop doing this now.
What's on your rider now then? Has that changed over the last couple of years or so?
Oh God, I've got to tell you. What is on me rider? We do a lot of whiskey, man. I'll be honest with you. We do quite a bit of whiskey. Yeah. Whenever Lee's over, he's always on the gin.
Right.
Always on the gin.
Is he on fruity gins, that one? Is he on fruity gins, that one? Is he a fruity?
I'm not too sure what he drinks. He only has a couple anyway, and he goes to bed.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he'll hate me for saying that. No, a few bottles of wine, lots of water. It's been really hot. We always stay hydrated.
Yeah.
There's been a great lack of crisps on this tour, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's not
been
bad.
A great. No, and I always love me crisps. I don't know, kind of get away with it. But yeah, but we've done a fair bit of whiskey. It's good for my voice, isn't it? That's what I tell myself.
Ah, right. Honey and all that bollocks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that is good for your voice. I don't know. I don't know if it is, but
so how have you looked after the old voice? Then have you learned over the years to try and
as I take it
as you take it a little.
How have I looked after it? Well, I've been. So this is a little bit of an anomaly today because this interview's at 12 o'clock my time. But I've been going on voice rest till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, strict, literally not speaking. I'm doing proper warm ups, cooling my voice down on occasion. As I say, drinking a lot of water. Just trying not to go mad with it, man. Like, coming in the bus having a couple of wines, it's very easy to start getting louder and jumping around like a lunatic. Do you know what I mean? And can't do that anymore, unfortunately, because this is my musical instrument, so to speak. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I've been looking at I'll tell you what I haven't been doing. I haven't been doing all of the drinks and stuff that I normally do in the UK with me ginger, me turmeric, and all that. I've got that little Cushion special drink, haven't I?
Wow.
Which is pretty grim, but that's good for you. But I haven't done any of that on this tour. Just drinking loads of water and warming up properly, I think.
Well,
And
I can remember because I've always been a fan of your socials and I like sharing it and stuff because I just find you funny. You're all right. You're all right at them socials, but you're not doing one of those. You did like food reviews in America last time on the Louis tour.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're not doing them this year. Why? I enjoyed them.
Yeah, do you know what? They were good. We wanted to do something different, but we've got so Dennis, who I showed you before, he's been doing all the videos.
Right.
So we've just been concentrating, I think, on this tour, new song. So we've been trying to push Big Love Is For Everyone a little bit, and we really want to know what people think of that show because it's not recorded, it's not released or anything. So we've been playing around with that songs. We've done a lot of socials on that. We're also 9 times out of 10 we're kind of driving through the night. Do you know what I mean? I think when me and Rich were driving. Um, we do a lot in the morning and then we'd stop off. But this is a little bit that our driver's in a separate compartment. So if we're on the road, we're kind of on the road. And he's not the best driver at times anyway. He tends to speed up for potholes, which is something that no one's ever done.
Okay, nice.
You'll feel your head smashing off the top of the bunk at like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff. Slow down, will you lunatic? But
Are you, are you a bit more conscious of what you put out on your socials? Because I enjoyed watching you get the shits in different American places, to be honest with you.
you enjoyed me getting the shit.
Well, that's what you used to say. You used to. That is weird. That is a weird thing to say, thinking about what I've just said. No, but you used to put it on your socials, didn't you? You used to say
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
belly's rumbling and stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know what on earth was going on with my stomach, but yeah, it wasn't right. Like, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. It really wasn't. Really wasn't. I don't know why I'm admitting this on an interview. No, being a little bit conscious. Well, listen, we've got more people following and stuff now, and
Yeah.
it's a little. It's I'm still a young lad from Newcastle and all that, and I still like to have a laugh. Try to be a little bit more professional with it and stuff now. I think. Do you know what I mean? There's a time to have a laugh and all that, and there's a time to be a little bit stupid on social media. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm there to sing on. I'm not there to tell jokes. So I can't constantly tell the world that I'm going to shit myself. Sometimes I do need to put a song out as well.
That's funny. That's just very chuckle. That's funny. That's funny. So, how have you developed as a front man then? After you say you've been on the road for a while with Star Sailor, even before this one. How do you feel you developed as a front man? Honing your craft.
Morning, me craft. It was a tough thing to get used to playing a few songs without the guitar.
Mm.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Watching Louis Tom.
What do you do with
Yeah,
your
it
hands
was.
and shit?
Yeah, well, I was like watching when we were on the Louis shows
Mm.
in the States and Europe. Like I watched a lot of them shows, and he's an amazing frontman. Like he's really really good. You know what I mean? He really knows how to like maneuver around the stage and all that. It's really good to watch. So probably watching a little bit of that, and then having a little bit. I suppose I've got my own cocky swagger, I suppose you could call it. Yeah, the lads are nodding with that one. Yeah, it's just trying to find my own style, but I'm always more comfortable with the guitar, of course I am. But in terms of being a front man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I still do a little bit of banter. Rich is the MD now as well, so he's planned the full show, and we've worked the show now where I don't have to talk after every song. Do you know what I mean? Because there is always a danger of it becomes a little bit of a comedy show when I start talking, because I just end up rattling off, fucking jokes and stupid stories. So we've got a fine line, I think, between banter on stage and yeah, and transitions into songs and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing choreographed. There's no choreograph.
No,
I mean,
no.
not yet anyway.
Oh yeah.
Not until I learn how to do the splits.
So
That'll be a good one to do.
what did you decide to do with your hands then if you haven't got your guitar? Just
What do I do with them? I just do Rubik's cubes behind me back. Just do Rubik's cubes behind me back.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll make them little triangles. When you fold the bag crisp into the little. I think I've got one. I think Ben threw it out though. I made a big one the other day. Yeah, I got through in the bit. We're making a lot of them on stage.
Right. Well, there's a big thing on in the UK at the minute around the music scene that I just wanted to ask your opinion on. It's just been in the NME recently that there's claims that 10% of musicians at the minute are only from working class people. Um, I just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that situation and how it's changed the music industry, really.
I haven't really got a license to say, man, because it's not like I'm a broken through artist. And to be truthfully honest, mate, I stay in my own lane now. Like I'm not. I used to get. I think I've told you this in interviews before. I used to get so bogged down with what other people were doing. Like I'd be playing a gig and then I'd see, someone's just got a massive support tour and I'd be, how have they got that? And probably a little bit of bitterness and jealousy. And since I've generally stopped caring about what
Yeah.
other people are doing,
Mm.
aside from like friends in the music industry and all that, there's always a thing like, oh, good for you, man, that's classy, you got that, I know, and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably when I've stayed in my own lane a little bit more, I'm a lot happier, man. I don't really pay attention to what anybody else is doing now. Like, so I suppose I haven't really got a valid point to say on that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying myself, and I'm from a working class background,
Yeah.
and I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm still alive and kicking, and I'm
That's
still writing a song.
that just shows like for a relatively young lad, just the maturity, the good head you've got on your shoulders there, mate. Good answer.
Mate, I'm enjoying it. Like I can't come and do an interview and say, this is wrong and this is wrong because I'm in the music industry myself, you know what I mean? And nobody knows what's around the corner. So I suppose I'm not really inclined to give views on that kind of thing. But I'm happy. And I mean, yeah, we've spoke about my background in interviews in the past, and the majority of things that I write about are personal experiences and all that kind of stuff. And it shaped the artist that I am. But in terms of what other people are doing, oh, this one's, middle class, so should it be like, it's like, fuck, do you know what I mean? Music's for everyone, man. It's art at the end of the day, innit? But what I'm doing, I'm more than happy with. So
Nice, nice. So, any stories from the road? Then give us a couple of stories and funny things that have happened.
always are
Um,
laughing.
go on.
What have I been getting up to?
About the border cross.
Oh. Oh yeah, that was a good one last night. Actually, that's a good one. So we've crossed the border. It was about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're all really tired. And Mark again speeding up for potholes. Right, come on. He's from Lincoln as well. I do terrible. All right, lads, come on, back on the bus, lads. What an accent that was, but yeah, that's Mark anyway. Belgian, and so we've jumped on the bus anyway, and then we've got a little bit down the road, and we hear this wolf whistle from behind the bus. And I'm thinking, oh, was that for me? Do you know what I mean? And it's just Dennis running up the street. We've left them behind, so we nearly left them at the border. So that would have been a bit of a sketchy one, wouldn't it, Den?
Yeah.
Yeah. Says yes. What else? I mean, just seeing the sound guy build a camera when everyone else is having wine club, that was pretty far out for me, man. I didn't really understand what was going on. Does the camera work, Ben? Hopefully. Have you tried it?
I haven't developed yet. It does actuate.
It does actuate.
Okay.
I suppose means work.
I look forward to see it actuating. Is that the right reply? I don't really know what it is.
No, working. Is that the words?
Yeah,
Working
it's not
to work.
Yeah. But no, mate, there's been
Yeah.
do you know what? It's flew by, man. Like there'll be a story about every night. Like there really will be. But it's all just rolled into one unbelievable experience. Like I'm putting every gig in the same like sort of bracket almost. Like there's been standout nights, like the Minneapolis night, for instance. That was unbelievable. It was so loud and it was one of them really hot and sweaty venues. Do you know what I mean? So it was great. And then we do certain songs where you could hear a pin drop. It was just like that was a really beautiful one. New York was really special to see how many more tickets we sold this year to when we'd done it last year. Going to places that we've never been before. Like we went up to Burlington in Vermont and had a lush day by the beach. We kind of make our own fun on this tour. It's been great. There's no.
Who's got the whitest legs on the tour?
Who's got the what?
Whitest legs on the tour.
Oh, come on, lad. Oh, it's got to be between me or you, I think.
Yeah.
Between me or Rich, like you've got a bit of a talent, Ben, haven't you? You catch the sun nicely. It's good name for a song, that. Album 2. You heard it here first. Catch the sun. There's actually a name on the song. Probably between me and Rich, I'd say I just don't tan, man. I went to Mallorca to do a few days of writing before I flew out. We finished last sailor and I flew the next day. And when I got back from Mallorca, we flew again. like a day and a half later, and I was only in Mallorca for like two days, and I came back like bleached red. It was horrendous. It was absolutely awful. I was doing the first few gigs. I was like Rudolph. I had a big red nose, man. It was fucking awful. Man, have a good time.
There you go. What happened with San Francisco then? I saw you post about a gig that's not happening. That's coming up. Is there
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
There's a bit of
Yeah, just totally out of totally out of our control. I don't really know what's going on, but it's one of those things, unfortunately, between whoever calls the shots just went. But because again, we're having so much fun, and I'm loving meeting all these like fans out here, man. Like it's so surreal every time I'm turning up to gigs. It really is pinch me when I'm realizing that I'm thousands and thousands of miles from home, and we've got a queue out the door in New York or wherever. It's insane, and I've loved coming out before and after the gigs and meeting everyone and talking to them. And like I said before, playing the guitar and stuff. And we didn't want to miss out on that because I don't think it's fair on the people that have bought tickets and stuff. So obviously they'll all get kind of refunded. But we're still going to be in San Francisco. And you know what I mean? All I've got to do is pull a guitar out the van and drop a pin and go meet some and I kind of go and like meet everyone, and that's
what I really like about you, Andrew. You ride with the punches. You're still going to enjoy yourself. You're still going to give the fans what they want. That's what I really admire about your attitude to it all, mate.
I really appreciate that, man. Well, it's just they've shown so much dedication to me in the past few months in supporting this tour, supporting the album. And if I'm already in the place that we're meant to be gigging, do you know what I mean? Like, just grab a guitar and we'll just go have a laugh together. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. To be fair, everyone seems to be up for it. So yeah, we're working on a couple of different places, and we'll drop a pin probably the day before, something like that, I'd imagine.
Nice. So it's a few more dates left, 5 or 6 more dates, I think. I was just having a look on your posters, and then you're back home for festival season.
Yeah, 6 days. I'm home for a day, and then we go to Leeds for the Live at Leeds Festival. And then we've got 2 days off, and then I'm in Manchester for 5 years of the label. So it's a label party thing. And then we've got a few days off, which is the time frame that we can go and do Lovers for Everyone. So again, that's why we've been pushing that. The demand for that's been pretty good. And then after that, I think we jump straight onto a few more festivals, and we've got my Mouth the Time gig as well, which is the biggest headline that I've ever done. That's selling really well. So that's going to be amazing. So we're in store for a busy year for sure. We've still got to put some time away to record the second album as well, because as I say, that's written. But we're in for a busy 2024, man. And 23 was really busy as well. So it's good. I'm just loving grafting. I'm not sick of being on the road yet. And I don't think I'm going to be for a number of years. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Well, and you say album 2's written already, and you're writing album 3?
Yeah, well, I'm noodling a little bit with a few extra songs for album 2. There's 14 that I definitely done. I worked it out. I worked it out yesterday. They're all raw. There might be a couple of structural changes, but yeah, kind of anything I'm writing now, I'm just pushing forward for album 3, which is insane. Like, it's insane. I didn't think I'd get to album 1. Do you know what I mean? Let alone writing for album 3.
Mate, it's such because I think the first time we had a chat would be lockdown at some point, and just in a short amount of years, just to see you headlining America festivals, all that kind of stuff, just enjoying it and just having fun with it and doing it your way. There's a lot to be said for what you're doing, mate. You should be proud of yourself.
I really appreciate that, man. Like, you know, all my family, like, I'm proud of the crew. I'm proud of the band. I know that they're all proud of me as well. It's been one big unit, man. It really has, and we're all enjoying it. And it's like, I've said this to you in loads of interviews. Like, if this was to all end tomorrow, I've got absolutely no regrets to start with. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed it doesn't end tomorrow, because we've got another gig. But
well, make sure when you do get back to the UK, you spend a bit of time tormenting your nan, because I know you enjoy doing that.
Yeah, she's a good one, man. We've had a couple of FaceTime calls and that. I've just set up a WhatsApp group, and it's like me nana, because we've taught me nana how to use WhatsApp now.
Okay, nice.
Was doing that thing for the first few weeks. Do you know, like when you send an email and you put your name at the bottom of it?
Right. Okay. So it's
America. Lord, missing you terrible. -Liz, and then brackets Nana.
Just in case you didn't know who it were. Well,
I didn't know who it was.
Andrew, mate, have a cracking show in Vancouver tonight, mate. Thanks, boys, for just doing what you're doing and enjoying it. And we just look forward to seeing the next stage of what's happening with Andrew Cushin. All the best, boys.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best, mate. Honestly, I just feel proud of you. I just love what you're doing. Nice one. Cheers, brother.
Thanks. Cheers, Cole. I appreciate that.
Have a nice day.